According to U-Haul, Florida just became the #1 state people are moving to, beating out the state of Texas. Last year, we had an average of 950 people move into the state every day. 150 of those moved into the Tampa Bay area. Why, do you ask? Well, the answer is not that people who live in Florida are on vacation all the time, although it can seem that way sometimes. Over the next few minutes, I am going to give you 7 reasons why I think Florida has become so popular. Hello, my name is Mike Lavoie. I am a realtor in the Tampa Bay area with Dalton Wade Real Estate. My wife Paula and I have lived in Tampa for over 30 years and love helping people with one of their largest transactions they'll probably ever make, buying or selling a home. If this is your first visit to our favorite YouTube channel, please take a couple seconds and click on that subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell as well. We will send you a message when our next video is published, which should be next week, Thursday. You're not going to want to miss out on any of that information, which is going to be mostly real estate related here in Tampa Bay. Most of the time when people think about moving to Florida, Miami and Orlando come to mind first. Sure, they're nice places to live, I guess, but nothing compares to the Suncoast of Florida and the Tampa Bay area. Now, the Tampa Bay area covers 5 counties that surround the bay. Today, I'm going to be talking about Hillsborough County, and just to the west of that is Pinellas, and just to the north of those two is Pasco County. The Suncoast has beautiful white, sandy beaches, amazing sunsets, tropical weather, and much nicer people. Yeah, at least I think so. So why do so many people decide to move to Tampa? Starting with number 7, jobs. When we moved here 30 or so years ago, the major industries were tourism and citrus, and then the service industries that supported those. Since then, the economy has boomed and diversified like no other place in the state. Careers in avionics, defense, the health services industry, electronics, light manufacturing, and marine sciences are just basically the beginning. Tampa is home to 7 of the Fortune 500 companies. You got Publix over in Lakeland, Jabil Circuits in St. Petersburg, Raymond James and Tech Data are in Clearwater, WellCare, Roper Technologies, and Bloomin' Brands are all right over here in Tampa. Job opportunities are available for multiple ranges of backgrounds and experiences. Reason number 2, the cost of living. One of the most common comments we get is that wages are lower in Florida than for the rest of the country. And in some cases, that's probably true. However, our cost of living is much lower than other metropolitan areas the size of Tampa. Early in 2019, the Council for Community and Economic Research found that Tampa is one of the most affordable cities of its size in the nation, and it has the lowest cost of living for all urban areas in the state of Florida. On a scale of 100, Tampa is at 89.1. Compare that to Orlando at 95.6 or Jacksonville at 91.9. Other comparable cities are like Atlanta are at 101.8 and Phoenix comes in at 97.4. Housing costs in Tampa are also the lowest in comparable cities like Atlanta and Phoenix, and we're at 71. Not sure why, but we are at the top of the scale for the cost of groceries. Another advantage is taxes, or the lack of taxes. Unlike a lot of other states, Florida has no state income tax. Hillsborough County sales tax is 2.5%, and the state sales tax is 6%. And if you buy a home, you're going to get to pay property taxes. The good news is that property taxes in Florida are significantly lower than some other states. According to WalletHub.com, the effective real estate tax in Florida is 0.938%. Compare that to New York at 1.71 or Michigan and Ohio at 1.58, we're not so bad. Reason number 5, things to do. Okay, so you're not going to be at work all the time. The cool thing is that there are a ton of things to do in your off time. You want attractions? We have them. Without leaving the area, you can go on some very scary rides over at Busch Gardens, and right across the street is Adventure Island Water Park. Tampa has one of the best zoos in the country at Lowry Park Zoo. We also have 2 aquariums. The Florida Aquarium is located in the Channel District, and in Clearwater we have the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, which is the home to Winter, the star of A Dolphin Tale. Just east of downtown is Dinosaur World, one of my grandson's favorite places. Okay, he's 3 years old. If you're into museums, we have them too. In Tampa, there's Mosey, the Museum of Science and Industry, the Glacier Children's Museum, the Henry B. Plant Museum, and the Tampa Museum of Art. Over in St. Pete, the biggest one, the most famous one, is the Dolly Museum. We even have a World War II Victory Ship Museum down at the port. Want to go to the theater? Got you covered. Probably the largest in the area and certainly the best known across the country is the Strass Center for the Performing Arts located in downtown Tampa. They have plays, musical events, opera performances, shows of all kinds continuously running throughout the year. Then there's the Ruth Eckerd Hall, famous for music, comedy, and Broadway shows located over in Clearwater. Then there are dozens of smaller performing arts centers located throughout the 3 counties. Number 4, the events. There are events going on almost every week of every month. Out at the Mid-Florida Credit Union Amphitheater, you're going to find the likes of Brooks and Dunn, Ozzy Osbourne. The Riverfront Park hosts events like the Margarita and Music Festival. Over at Centennial Park, you're going to be amazed at the Cuban Sandwich Festival and the Cigar Festival. We have festivals that celebrate the blueberry, the strawberry, the rattlesnake, you name it, we've got them. The biggest festival in the city is the Gasparilla Pirate Festival. Gasparilla is similar to Mardi Gras in New Orleans, with a season of events put on by the local crews, and it has become the 3rd largest parade in the country. The parades include the Children's Parade, the Parade of Pirates, the Illuminated Night Parade in Ybor City, and then the St. Patrick's Day Parade held in March. I have a video with more information on the Parade of Pirates. Link is above. During parade season, there are events all over the city and the county. Downtown, you're going to find the Distance Classic Marathon, the Gasparilla Music Festival, the Festival of Arts, the International Film Festival, and the Concours d'Elegance car show. And that's just downtown Tampa. Reason number 3, sports. If you're a sports nut, we have your back, so to speak. Tampa is home to the Super Bowl champions Buccaneers football team and the Rays baseball team. If hockey's your sport, the Lightning is your team. We also have a professional soccer team and the Rowdies. Florida is one of the more popular spring training venues, and here in the Tampa Bay area, we have 3 teams. The area hosts the New York Yankees, the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Toronto Blue Jays. And don't forget the local college teams. Reason number 2, outdoor activities. Okay, so this list is just way too long to go over in this video. Let's just suffice it to say that if you can do it outdoors, you can do it here on the Sun Coast of Florida. The only exceptions I can think of are mountain climbing, and since we rarely get below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, snow-related activities are out. Water sports like skiing, paddleboarding, kayaking, canoeing, jet skiing, sailing, powerboating, or just floating around on some of the best beaches in the country, you're in. Clearwater Beach is consistently ranked number 1 in the country. If you don't like that one, there are 150 miles of beaches to choose from. The most family-friendly is probably Fort DeSoto Park with about 1,100 acres of interconnected islands to wander around on. Land activities include golf, bicycling, hiking, camping, and the list goes on. And keep in mind, this stuff goes on almost all year round. We do not push much snow around here. Which leads me to reason number 1, the weather. Let's face facts. One of the biggest reasons I moved to Florida was that I got tired of pushing snow. Having been born and raised in Michigan, when the chance came up, I moved south just as quick as I could. I am sure that is a major deciding factor among those who move here from anywhere north of Atlanta. Yes, it is hot from mid-May to October, but you know what? It's hot almost everywhere in the country in the summertime. Okay, so our summer lasts 3 months longer than anybody else in the country. But you know what? When it comes November, while people north of Atlanta are shoveling snow and trying to put up clothes on to stay warm, we're out in the pool or playing golf, or I'm out riding my motorcycle with Paula. That moderate temperature allows all those activities that I talked about earlier to pretty much go on all year round, and we love it. So there you have it, my 7 reasons why Florida has taken over as the most popular place to move to. If you have any comments, jot them down in the section below. I will get back to you as soon as possible. For more information on buying a home in the Tampa Bay area, watch these 2 videos. Just as a reminder, if this is your first visit to our favorite YouTube channel, please click on the subscribe button down below. Hit that notification bell as well. We will send you a note the next time it comes out. If you happen to like this video, go ahead and give it the thumbs up deal at the bottom too. Thanks for listening.